This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to INC Radio New York. It's a new year. Happy New Year, everyone. So actually excited for today's very first episode of the year because we are going to be having such a great topic already starting off, and I think it's going to be very, very beneficial for you, especially for those that haven't done this topic yet in the past year. But I'm your host for today's episode. I'm Brother Christian Ragapur, and with me on today is one of our resident workers in the church, Ka JR Resurrection. Hi po, Ka JR. How are you doing po?
Good, Brother Christian. How are you? Good morning. Happy New Year to you and to everybody watching. It's good to be on. Good to see you too, Brother Christian.
Good to see you too po. I think this is your first time joining us on INC Radio, right?
Yeah, usually I'm in the comment section, like making ruckus and messing with you guys in the comments, but I'm gonna mess with you live this time.
No, we love that. We love a good a little messing with me. But anyways, I'm tuning in live not from New York City, but Kajera, can you guess where I am?
I know where you are, but should I pretend to guess anyway?
Oh, I guess. I mean, if you want.
I don't know. Los Angeles. Let's start there.
Okay, well, you did get the general area that I'm in, but I am in the state of California. I am tuning in live from the Bay Area here in San Francisco, and the weather here is very. I don't know how's the weather. Actually, how's the weather there in New York City right now? I
Oh,
don't even know.
it's cold. It's cold. I don't know if you heard, but New York and just the East Coast in general is about to get hit by an apparent snowstorm, and the weather is definitely reflecting that. It's currently, what is it? It's like it says 0 degrees, but that's Celsius, so about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about to
That's
snow here in the city.
That's pretty cold. I mean, actually, it's actually really cold here in the Bay Area too. And for those of you wondering, this is my view right now. I'm at a hotel, and this is a nice view of the Bay Area. The water is just right beyond that horizon right there, and yeah, so I'm here, I'm tuning in, but the show must go on. Sister Mika's somewhere here too as well. She's somewhere in the state of California, but I'm hoping she'll tune in sometime. But for those of us tuning here, especially there on YouTube and our live chat, make sure you answer our question of the day, which is what are some problems you encounter that hinders you from organizing? And just from our question of the day, you can already tell that our topic today is how to get organized. And for those of you that don't know how to get organized, we're going to learn that today. So, but before we move on to our main topic, KJR, what are some upcoming activities that we have already for the upcoming year?
Yeah. So actually, uh, the weather is actually a perfect thing to talk about since next week we're going to be having a winter clothing drive throughout the district. And so, New York, Massachusetts, New England, even up in upstate, I'm pretty sure that you guys have a couple of extra spare pieces that are still definitely usable, but maybe we grew out of. Go ahead and turn them over to your CFO officers so that they can in turn hand it to a shelter or a home that needs it a little bit more than we do. Let's go ahead and start off this year of INT giving by giving our part in the winter clothing drive next week, brethren.
All right. Is there any other upcoming activities that we should be aware of for this? Well, for this month as well. Or the upcoming the upcoming quarter. There's so many. I'm already excited to get started with 2024. There's just so many things planned, I believe. So,
Yeah, 100%. Yesterday we had the launching of INC Giving. And so expect that in your local congregation and in our district, we're going to be having a lot of chances to be part of the community and give back to the community that we're all part of. So go ahead and stay in tune for that in your local congregations, brethren.
all right. And I guess, before we move on to our main topic, we're gonna go into our station break. So Tech, in a few I'll cue you right in. But for those of us tuning in on the live chat, as always, as we've been doing, make sure you continue with the hashtag challenge. So continue to rep your local congregation and send those hashtags in, and we will try to do our top three hashtag winners next week. And it's a great start to the new year. So, Kuya Tech, when you're ready, can we please go to station break?
You are listening to Iglesia Ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
As the new year starts, have you set goals that are achievable and practical? Have you reflected on the lessons you learned from the past year? Join us this Sunday, January 7th at 4 p.m. Philippine Standard Time or 5 p.m. Korean Standard Time as we discuss the factors to consider in setting your goals, making them happen, and starting the year right. See you then!
For many people, New Year signifies new beginnings. It evokes feelings of joy, gratitude, and optimism. But how did you celebrate the New Year? Tell us your answers in our YouTube live chat during our broadcast this Saturday, January 6 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time as we talk about the 2024 New Year celebration. Remain active and greet your friends and loved ones online and participate on our hashtag challenge. Tune in and have fun with us here on INC Radio Caribbean.
Narito ang ilang butil ng katotohanan mula sa banal na kasulatan.
Sa Job 11:14 hanggang 18 ay ganito ang isinasaad. At iyong iwaksina ang lahat ng kasalanan. Sambahayan mo'y linisin sa lahat ng kasamaan. Pagkatapos, harapin mo ang buong daigdig. May bagong pag-asa na at wala niligalig. Sa gayon, balisa mo ay malilimutan at masasabi mong iyao'y pangarap lamang. Liliwanag ang buhay mo, magniningning na di hamak. Ang buhay mo na nagdilim ay pamuling liliwanag. Ikaw ay mapapanatag at mapupuno ng pag-asa. Iingatan ka ng Diyos, mawawala ang balisa.
Sumainyo ang ilang butil ng katotohanan mula sa banal na kasulatan.
And we're back to INC Radio New York. Thank you so much for tuning in again. And of course, before we move on to our main topic, KJR, are there any comments that we have on YouTube? I feel like there are. I can't see it right now. I'm gonna pull it up in a sec, but can you?
Plenty. We have plenty of comments. Of course, the normal hashtags. Keep on commenting. Keep on hashtagging, brethren. But thank you to those that were able to answer our question prompt. What are some hindrances that are keeping you from staying organized? And we have a couple of good a couple of good points that are being brought up. Our sister Cheyenne said, sometimes losing track of what day of the week it is keeps me from staying organized. And I can completely relate with that. Sometimes there's so much going on, I don't even know what day it is.
All right. Well, I'm hoping that there are a lot more comments that really come in for the rest of this episode. But again, let's move on to our main topic because it is a really great topic to start off the new year. So, we're gonna kick it off with a few icebreaker questions. So we're just gonna go back and forth here, KJR. So, here's the first icebreaker question. Okay, when are you most productive, in the morning or at night?
For me, I I wasn't a morning person at first, but I slowly and was forced to be a morning person. So I tend to get a lot of my work done, especially office work done in the morning. But I also still have to stay kind of at tip top shape at night too. But I'm kind of becoming both. But if I were to choose, I think I definitely prefer working at night.
All right. Well, that's something I can relate to because I am a night owl. I am more productive at night. I feel like in the morning it's hard for me to get productive. Especially when it comes to just trying to fix things around the house. I'm really more best at working and getting those things done at night. Like I'm that type of person where it's like 3 in the morning, and if you're ever wondering, and if you're in the room next door and you hear noises, it's just me rearranging my room. Like that's what I do in the middle of the night. Yeah, so I don't know if you do that too, KJR.
No, I'm definitely the kind of guy to clean at night. I'll leave it be the whole day and then spend all night cleaning. That's just the kind of guy I am. But I and sometimes it's just because I'm at night or I'm sleeping at night. I'm trying to sleep at night and I can't sleep, so I have to find something to do. And usually that something to do is end up cleaning or organizing my room.
All right. Well, when you get things done, right? Like when you try to do stuff around the room, do you like to get things done with background noise, like music, or do you just prefer complete silence?
No, 100%. There has to be music. So, sorry to my roommates if sometimes, like you said, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, there's music playing. 100% that means I'm trying to get organized. I'm trying to clean my room in the middle of the night.
No, 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 that's same. I feel like I really do need some kind of music while I'm cleaning. Although I'm not sure if that even helps me clean because I get so distracted just listening and just getting just listening to the music, and then especially if if it's a song that I really know and it really gets me going, it's gonna distract me from cleaning
100%.
and doing whatever task I was doing. So
100%.
maybe I don't know. It has its pros and cons for me.
Yeah. And I think that for me, that's one huge part about being organized, just having the mental focus to focus on the task at hand. Because even when you want to organize, but starting here, you're not organized, the task is gonna end up failing anyway.
Yes, that's so true. Um, but I guess, those were the icebreaker questions, and we kind of got the sense of how we got organized. And for the new year, it's a really great topic that we're talking about being organized, because I feel like at some point in our lives, or maybe even every day, we always try to say, "Oh, I need to get something done. I really want to get this out of the way and get this in order." But we really don't know how to get that task done, how to complete that task. But um, we're going to talk about some problems that hinder people from organizing. So, Kajir, what are some problems that hinder you or other people from organizing?
Yeah, actually, that'll be a good chance to go to the comments. Our sister Marisol Jose said, answer to the question, some problem that I have stopping me from being organized is that I tend to say, okay, we'll do that tomorrow. And so, in other words, a huge hindrance to organization is procrastination.
Procrastination. I feel like that's a big thing that we all know.
Yeah.
If Sister Miko was here, she'll say, "Oh yeah, I'll do it later." She'll always tell me, "Yeah, I'll do it later," and then we never do it. We never get it done.
Yeah, and I think to address that a little bit, Brendan, we have to understand with every new day also has a new set of problems. And so if you're bringing yesterday's problems into the new day, you're just going to get overwhelmed. And so we have to we have to fight that urge to say tomorrow na lang, or we have to fight that urge to say I'll just do it tomorrow, so that you never ever get overwhelmed in trying to stay organized?
I feel like some other problems that people have from organizing is not knowing where to start. Like they don't know what to do and what goal to achieve in that moment. I feel like that's a very hard thing to do. I feel like, especially for someone like me who kind of has ADHD, and if Sister Mika was here, she'll say, "Yeah, my ADHD has me going off the wall today." You'll go from one task to another, or you'll start a task, and then your brain just kind of gets you going to another task. That's
Mhm.
me. I'm that guy. um yeah, so it's that is another problem that some people have when it comes to organizing, is just having how to set complete goals to achieve. Um and I don't know, there's so many things that other there are other many problems, KJR, but what are some of the comments that we're getting on the live chat right now?
Yes. So coming from Sister Joy and Andres from Belmore, she said staying organized is tough. I think that what makes it hard is making sure you start your day with the right mindset. And that I couldn't have worded it better. It's so true. Eh, To be able to stay organized in your tasks, you have to make sure that you're organized up here. First and foremost, you have to make sure that your mental state, your emotions, what you're feeling is organized first. And so maybe we can start with some relaxation techniques, some meditation techniques, calming yourself down so that before you even jump into a task, you you're ready and you're set to work on what you have to do.
Yes. Oh, sorry about that. I got disconnected there for a sec. But yes, I heard what you said, KJR, and that's very true about what you said. But moving on to our second question for our topic today. Um, what are some tips that the brethren and the panel and can that we can share to those that help overcome those problems? What are some tips that you might have?
Well, for me, uh, one, it's good to have a schedule. For me, one of my favorite things to do before I end my day, and which helps me relax, is I sit down and I look at the next day. I ask, what am I gonna do tomorrow? So that I'm not gonna enter the day kind of freestyling. I know where I have to be, I know what I have to do, I know what I have to bring. And so scheduling, listing, having a good organized planner definitely helps in tackling the next day with its new problems.
Yes, I agree with the use of planners. I'm a big planner person. Actually, thank you for reminding me. I need to buy a planner for 2024. I will do that when I get back to New York City, but maybe if I find something here in San Francisco, sure. But yes, getting organized definitely starts with knowing where you wanna what you wanna do for a certain day, or what you planning ahead basically is what I'm trying to say. Having that planner really does help get you be organized and have your thoughts in order. Um, for me, I feel like a tip that I can share for anyone that might have problems um, with organizing is just you don't even have to do uh over to plan for the next day. You just need to plan for what you want to do today. If you want to wake up really early in the morning, maybe sit down, have a fresh cup of tea, or maybe some coffee, iced coffee for those of the iced coffee out there, iced coffee lovers out there. You can just do that and then plan for your day. It's always the small things. I think we've talked about this on INC Radio about small victories, getting those little things out of the way. And that is a great way for us to really overcome those problems. Just trying to figure out what you want to do for the day, what you want to do in the next hour, so that you're not always just, oh, what do I want to do right now? That you're not always questioning yourself about those kinds of things. And you already have those things planned ahead for the day. Um, Speaking of today, I'm probably gonna I have to pack because I am we're heading out of San Francisco today, so I really need to get that out the way. So that's gonna be in my planner right now. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna have another set of goals of what I want to do, and then after that, for the next hour, I'm probably gonna try to list out what do I want to do for that hour, what do I need to get done later in the day, and that helps really get me my thoughts organized. Um, Another tip is trying to setting reminders about things that you have to get done. I'm the type of person that has labels on my alarms. So if I have to get something done or if it's something really important that I need to complete, I would set an alarm that would remind me to get that task out of the way. So I don't forget about it. And really trying to tell myself, just do it right away, right in that moment. Don't say, I'll do it later. Because when you say I'll do it later, we all know you're not going to do it later. Right, guys, JR?
100%, 100%. That's procrastination is one of the killers of an organized mind. Like what we said earlier, don't bring today's problems into tomorrow because tomorrow has its own set of problems. You don't want to find yourself getting overwhelmed. You're speaking of actually going into the comments. Sister Marisol Jose has a great tip to be organized, both uh, in your tasks and in your mental health. She said, tips to be organized. Just do small steps. Don't overdo it. And I think you touched on it earlier. Uh, Celebrate the small victories, right? Uh, Go ahead and tackle the easier things first and build up from there so that you kind of have a priority list, a step-by-step list on how to tackle things throughout the day so that you never feel overwhelmed and you'll always feel organized when you're tackling these tasks.
Yes. And I see a comment here from Carlo Lim saying, arranging what you have to do based on importance and priority, but sometimes will help you start an organized day. And that's so true. Arranging what you have to do based on the importance. I feel like that's whenever I have to complete a task, I always put it in on a calendar. If you guys use calendar app, there's always they have those level of importance, or even the reminder app. Um, they have those of importance. So there's three exclamation points. That one is the most important task that you really need to get out the way, and then two is your two exclamation points is your second most important task, and then one is of course just your least important. So those are things that would help you organize your thoughts, and of course organizing your um your goals and tasks, and that's the best way for you to achieve and accomplish them. Is there any other comments about Brother JR? I think we're getting close to the end of our show, right? Oh, you are muted, Paul.
Sorry, I need to be organized and making sure I am muted at the right time. No, yeah, one more comment from our live chat section is from Sister Anne in Westchester. And she touches on two things that I think are really important to staying organized. This is her comment. She said, it's prayer, matcha, and to-do list that and
I
I'm
actually,
ready to go. I love that. First,
I just saw that comment.
yes,
I was
I
like,
love
that's
that.
so
'Cause
true.
what she's touching on first and foremost is a routine. A routine. So part of her routine is getting her to-do list out, having a cup of matcha, and that's how she starts her day, right? And I think that's really important to everybody, having a set kind of routine so that you're never freestyling the day, but you know what to do, you know what to expect, and that will keep you from getting overwhelmed. But when most and above all we need a little help in staying organized, we need a little help in making sure we don't get overwhelmed. She said it perfectly: prayer, and we're ready to go. And so before we tackle any task, so that we stay organized, whatever we're doing, make sure we involve God in it so that we can stay organized.
Yes, that's so true. Thank you so much to our live chat for always making our live chat so lively. Again, happy new year everyone. And just a quick few comments from A quick shout out to our district Kadiwa officers who are really killing it in the live chat right now. Thank you so much for the support as always. And of course to our brethren who are doing the hashtag challenge. I'm seeing a lot of Belmore, a lot of Londonderry and Boston. So keep those hashtags going. But we're as always, we are nearing the end of our show, our episode, and I'm hoping everyone was able to tackle and take away something from our episode today. I'm pretty sure I learned a lot even from the tips that everyone has said. So, um, we just continue to apply those things that we've talked about today on today's episode, and that'll definitely help you get organized when it comes to our future tasks. And I guess, do you have anything to add, Kajay, or any shout outs you got before we go into our extra for today?
Yes, I would love to give shout outs. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to the District of New York. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a happy New Year. Happy New Year to our district ministers, Brother Don Santos. Welcome to New York again. Happy New Year to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Ash Omelda. And shout out to my beloved fiance. If you're watching, hello. I'll see you soon, and happy new year to all of us. Thank you so very much, brother, for
Yes.
signing on.
And of course, Happy New Year coming to you live from San Francisco here in California. It's great to always be able to do radio wherever I go. But that's all for our show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to the church administration as well for giving us a platform to share and speak about important and interesting topics like these. Don't forget to catch us again next Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 11:30 p.m. Philippine time. And greetings to our district staff, station manager, executive producer, and main studio tech, especially to our district minister, Brother Sheridan Santos, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Neil Patrick Omelda, our CFO Advisor, Brother Ivan Diaz. That brings us to the end of our show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good night, everyone.
Nakikinig kayo sa Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, DCEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan.